We walked around the school some more and finally found the announcement room. Whatever is the cause of this case is inside here. Our realization makes me tense up. I motion towards Miss President, and after she nods back, I quickly open the door at once.
Yukiko-senpai! You came!
Huh? Only Rise-chan is inside the room? I thought that the fake Teddy would be like, "Mwahaha! You finally made it this far! Now let me tell you my master plan!" Or something like that. That's when the fake Teddy appears on all the monitors in the announcement room.
Welcome, Yuki-chan. Looking for me? You must know already, but this is the stage for the final battle. You've brought your own strange audience with you, but I'll overlook that for now. You seem to love attention so much that I'm sure you'll do better with an audience.
The fake Teddy glances to Miss President for a moment, but she seems uninterested and says nothing more about her. If fake Teddy is this girl's shadow, then I thought he would definitely start taunting her.
There's no point in pretending to be Teddy anymore. I'm not fooled. Who are you? Why are you doing this? How much longer will this awful game continue?
Oh my! How rude of you to call it awful when you're the ones who wished for it!
We wished for this? What do you mean?
As I've said from the start, real men let their fists do the talking! Bring out the next challenger!
Just like before, smoke pours out. I can't tell whose silhouette it is. I see through the white smoke, but I have a pretty good idea of who it is. The fake Teddy said a moment ago that this is the final battle. Since I fought Yosuke-kun, Chie, and Teddy, there's only one person left.
I had a feeling it would be you.
That makes things easier then. Let's get started, Yukiko.
That's right. It's you, Kun.
If it's at all possible, I don't want to fight. Can we not do this?
What a question. You've been fighting against your friends this whole time, haven't you?
That's true, but...
I don't want to fight, huh? You always just wait for things to happen. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year, you're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
I haven't changed at all?
Yukun's words makes my heart ache. And what comes back in my mind are the words that my shadow said to me when I first dropped into this world. Those words mingle with Yukun and reopen my past wounds. The me that wanted to go somewhere but was too weak-willed to do anything on my own, and thus yearned after a prince to take me away. The me that didn't have enough courage to even consider breaking the cage surrounding me and just became more and more fretful. I thought that I had faced down those fears and that I had changed. I did my best to improve my cooking, a skill that I was bad at, as part of the process. That's why I made this boxed lunch. But after hearing Yukun say those things, the feelings I was cultivating are moved down, and my confidence is staggered. Have I not actually changed at all?
That's not true. I'm trying to the best of my abilities.
Enough with the weasel words. I'm sick of your excuses.
I have no intentions of listening to anything you have to say. Yukun draws his sword to emphasize this feeling. Because fake Teddy's rules are still in effect, if I want to save anyone, then I must fight. I have to steel myself. If I don't fight and win, I won't be able to protect Miss President and the others.
Listen, both of you. Something ain't right. Yukiko-san, are you really gonna fight him?
I'm sorry. I know you want to stop this. But this is my only choice right now. Please, stand back, Miss President.
Upon hearing my words, Rise-chan leads Miss President a safe distance away from the upcoming fight. You'll be alright. I've been able to pull through this so far. I just need to concentrate on the battle before me. Otherwise, I won't be able to win against Yukun. You Narukami. You're gonna get burned as well! Just like Teddy, just like Yosuke, and just like Chie. That's what I just come for. I did not mean to do that, dang it. But there we go. And I'm just gonna quickly just fall back a little. Dang it. Messed up. I meant to Can you not do your dumb shock dive? Okay, we're just gonna try and get him away from us. Okay, there we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's right, Narukami. Yep, jeez. I just want to... Oh, wow, I'm already this low. Okay, let's just finish it off like this. Goodbye, Narukami. 398! Yeah!
And that's the end of that.
It always does. I really just beat up Yukun. I thought he was the most overpowered crud ever, but apparently not. They finally came to visit us after all this time and we ended up fighting? How did this happen? The same with Yosuke-kun, Chie, and Teddy too. That reminds me, everyone said the same things to me before I fought with them. Maybe I really haven't changed at all.
You're pretty strong, Yukiko.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt anywhere? I ended up fighting you anyway.
I try to excuse myself to Yukun, who's just gotten back on his feet. Yukun looks puzzled.
I knew something wasn't right. You've done a complete 180 from how you were a moment ago.
I was just thinking the same thing about you.
If you doofs don't mind me butting in, something wasn't right with either of you. It was like neither of you could hear what you was saying. The way you answered each other didn't make no sense.
We didn't hear what each other was saying? Huh? It was like this after each of my fights. After we finished fighting, it seemed like our conversations before the fight weren't matching up at all. I didn't have time to check, and I was also scared to confirm this. But what if what we were hearing each other say wasn't actually what we were saying at all?
I see. Is that the fake Teddy at work too?
You think he's doing it on purpose to make friends fight each other?
That's crazy. Why? How could anyone do something so horrible as making someone fight their friends?
This president is disgusted by the situation. It almost seems as if she was the one who was forced to fight against all her friends. She must be a very kind person. I feel as if she was becoming angry for me. I tell her to not let the situation bother her and calm down. And then I introduce her formally to Rise-chan and Yukun. I explain how I met her in this world, how she can't remember anything, and how she may be the victim at the heart of this case. Upon hearing my theory, Yukun nods and falls deep in thought.
I see. That's strange, though. The Shadow's main objective is to take the place of the real person. If he really is her Shadow, that fake Teddy hasn't seemed interested in her at all.
Yeah, you're right. He completely ignored Miss President a moment ago, too.
You still haven't figured it out? I made sure to spell it out for you from the start, too.
A voice suddenly echoes throughout the room. I feel as if I've heard it somewhere before. But it's a voice that I really don't want to remember.
Who's there? Where are you?
You haven't found what you cherish, have you? What you truly desire.
Hi, Shadow Yukiko. It's really weird seeing you without the dress. Oh well. The voice's owner slowly reveals herself. That figure was the one thing I didn't want to see. I faced her once in the past, but now I have to face her again. I'm scared.
Yukiko-senpai's shadow? This can't be!
That's right. The one that appeared before everyone was myself. My own face, mocking
Now
me.
that everything's peaceful, no one will help me. I'm suffering now, yet no one notices. I'm beside myself because I can't tell if I'm making any real progress. Isn't that right, me?
I can't believe this. Why? Why does this seem like a desperate attempt to draw out this story? I'm kidding. I mean, I've already defeated my own shadow and obtained a persona. There's no way she could be before me again.
I noticed something. If I stir up more trouble, everyone will worry. I'm sure. No, I know for a fact that my real prince will come save me this time.
My shadow smile widens as she stares at me. I couldn't face that gaze, and my eyes wander across the ground. My boxed lunch slowly came into my field of view. My shadow seems to have realized what I was glancing at, and she intensifies her verbal assault.
I mean, take that boxed lunch. I said that I made it for everyone, but I'm not at all confident about it. I could have given it to them, but I didn't. I was so scared inside that I couldn't. Yet I can't throw it away either. That box boxed lunch is just like me. I did my best, but I don't know whether or not it came out good. Just like poor, pitiful me.
That's not true! Come, Konohana Sakuya! Huh?
I can't summon my persona? Nothing happens? It's as if I've never had the power to begin with. No, why? How can this be?
No! This isn't happening!
I look so pitiful. Did you think that just because you gained your persona that your shadow would never appear again? Did you think you'd never meet me again after you accepted yourself? Sorry, but no one ever really lets go of their weaknesses. I'll always be with you.
Has my persona really turned back into a shadow? Was all the progress I thought I made only in my mind? Have I really not changed at all? The words cast at me earlier cut fresh wounds into my heart.
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
Have you ever thought about the problem you cause for others? You may not realize, but you completely rely on us. That box lunch you brought today is a perfect example. Nobody ever said they wanted you to make them one.
You always just wait for things to happen. You can't do anything until someone makes the choice for you. You haven't changed at all. Just like last year. You're still waiting for someone to come and rescue you.
The me that gave up thinking for myself. The me that ignores the feelings of others and is only thinking about myself. The me that can't do anything on my own. The me that pretended to have grown, but in reality hasn't changed at all. My weakness caused this case, and dragged everyone into it? The shadow continues a verbal barrage as I stand trembling.
I've always been by your side. You were just tuning me out for a while. Isn't that true? Poor, pitiful me.
Please stop! I catch myself covering my face with my hands. I don't want to see or hear her anymore. I'm scared. Yukon and the others are getting a full view of my pitiful self. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I can't even stand.
Please, stop!
Have I not changed at all since back then? Did I actually know that deep down? But I was trying to ignore it? Please, no more. I just want to let go. I want to let go of everything.
Yukiko-san!
Yukiko! Don't let it fool you!
He's right, Yukiko-senpai. Look up at us!
What am I doing? Why was I so frightened? Yukun, Rise-chan, Miss President? I can hear all of their reassuring voices too! I'm not alone! No matter how pitiful I am, or how painful things are, I have great friends who aren't embarrassed of me. They accept me as who I am, and will fight alongside me. Reassuring voices pull me up out of the darkness. I slowly open my eyes. Before me I see Yukun's back. He has stepped in between the shadow and I have to try and protect me. Rise-chan is holding my body up.
Don't give in. You overcame your weakness back then, didn't you? We all know you did. We were there.
Yeah, you're not running away from anything. Not last time, and not this time either. You came to rescue me just like you said. This is the second time you've done that. You're not weak at all.
You're both right. I can face myself. I can do this.
Yukun, please, let me do this.
Yukun and I exchange glances. When he sees me nod with determination, Yukun's expression softens and he stands aside. He believes in me. His trust makes me so happy right now. Thank you, Yukun.
Look after Miss President and Rise-chan.
Of course.
I get back to my feet and stand firmly. I fix my gaze upon the smirking shadow in front of me. If it was my weakness that caused this case, then I'll bring an end to this case myself.
They'll never let go of their weaknesses. You're probably right about that.
That's why I must continue fighting against mine. And I can do it because I know I'm not alone.
Yes, now I can take a step towards the goal.
Yukiko-san, can you really beat her?
This president's voice. Yeah, I'm surprised too. If not for everyone, I'd never have realized I possessed such inner strength. I take a deep breath. I won't look away again.
You say you're my weakness? Then no matter how many times you come back, I will continue to stand up against you. Now, come.
This time, I feel the strength flowing through me. My persona Konohano Sakuya appears. The shadow confronts or contorts her face in pure hatred from seeing me, standing up against her.
Why? Why aren't you despairing? I was so close too.
Okay, so now we have to fight Shadow Yukiko. And I already said this before in the episode, but like, it's weird seeing Shadow Yukiko without wearing the gosh dang dress, because I don't know, it's just odd. I mean, it's fine, but like, you know. Anyway, no, I didn't waste my burst. Oh, jeez. Okay, not mean to do that. I meant to use my burst. Okay, if there's one thing I noticed with this game is that using your burst skills and everything is kind of odd, to say the least. Or at least sometimes it doesn't register it as a boost. Instead, oh, jeez. Can you please not? There we go. But anyway, let's just finish her off now. Goodbye, Shadow Yukiko.
Cherry Blossom Storm!
And that's the end of that.
With my final strike, the shadow stops moving. I won. I've defeated her again.
You did it, Yukiko.
Thanks.
I truly feel honored that my weakness was what caused this case. But horrible. Not honored. Why would she be honored? Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I'm sure that everyone will still accept me though. And this time, I know for sure that I'm not just pretending that I overcame my weaknesses. I'll be alright now. Even if I go astray again, I will be able to stand against it.
Senpai, be careful! Something's not right with the shadow!
We all turn towards Rise-chan, and simultaneously all the lights in the announcement room turn off. What happened?
They repeatedly suffered the pain of fighting their friends, but they still didn't lose heart.
A voice echoes in the darkness. An ominous voice that makes me feel like insects are crawling all over my skin. But still, this voice is somehow familiar.
No one can understand you after all. What a shame.
The lights come back on, and the one standing before me was the fake Teddy? But why? Just a moment ago, I was positive that my shadow was there.
What are you talking about?
The fake Teddy looks straight at Miss President and is addressing her. The air about him, and even his voice are completely different now.
Who are you? I thought you were my shadow.
No, that's not true, Senpai. I couldn't tell until now, but the one this thing's based on is Miss President.
What are you talking about, Rise-chan? That's impossible! There's no way this shadow is possibly Labrys's... It possibly belongs to Labrys! I mean, just a moment ago I was...
something was odd. Yukiko used her persona in the fight. Personas and shadows are one and the same. It's impossible for both to exist at once.
Yukiko is right. Yukiko is right. I read that as Yukiko for some reason. Anyway, it's right. How could I have forgotten that? The power of personas can only be obtained by accepting one's shadow. The reason I'm able to use my persona is because I already faced my shadow. But I was fighting that thing with my persona. It couldn't possibly be my shadow.
Plus, we've never seen a shadow take on someone else's appearance. Maybe that's why your conversations with each other got all jumbled up.
Either way, this isn't like last year.
Hey, would you stop treating me like I'm some kind of freak? This wasn't my power originally. It's hers.
Her power? What's that supposed to mean? Miss President cradles her head and denies the shadow's words.
No! I'm not like that!
Why so desperate all of a sudden? It's about time you remembered. Stop deluding yourself! I am a shadow. The true self.
That's my face.
No. The fake Teddy turned into a form that looked exactly like Miss President. So it's Miss President's shadow? A shadow that can change forms is completely unheard of. I still can't believe it, despite all the evidence pointing to it.
I think that's its real appearance. Look at it next to Miss President over there.
I try to compare them, as Rise-chan says. But Miss President is trembling uncontrollably and trying to hide still. The shadow's face is pretty much identical to what I know of Miss President. Although, the shadow's body is covered with all kinds of metallic parts. And she looks like some kind of robot. The real Miss President is acting like I was. She's shut her eyes tight and is shaking her head.
I'm not deceiving myself. I don't know you.
Huh. You're still trying to look away? Then how else do you explain me? The power to scramble other people's senses? Those people there must be aware of it. Ask yourself, why do I have such powers? Because you, the real one, have them too!
The power to scramble others' senses? I get it now. That's why everyone wasn't making any sense when we fought.
I see. If I had lost my mind during those matches, I should have realized it, but I never did. Neither did the others. So we didn't really lose our minds, we just seemed that way to the other person. Which means no matter what the other person really said or did, we perceive it as being something completely different.
It's odd how it took Yukiko this long to figure this out whenever, you, Yosuke, and Chie already had it down by this point. Weird. So that was the reason why everyone's attitudes and conversations didn't match up after the fight was over. We were both hearing things that neither of us said. But why does the shadow keep saying the power is Miss President's own power? What could that possibly mean?
Is that Miss President's persona ability? Or is it something else? That's a pretty good guess. But it's wrong. I was born with this ability. More like a weapon, designed for infiltration.
Infiltration? Weapon? That doesn't make any sense at all. What are you talking about?
No! No! I don't want to remember!
You don't? Hey, fine with me. Then you can die as you are.
The shadow brandishes the giant axe in her hands. It comes charging at Miss President. Miss President is still trembling and doesn't seem like she can move. No! My body moved faster than I think I could. I reflexively slide my body in between the shadow and Miss President.
Look out!
Yukiko!
When I embrace Miss President to shield her from the shadow's axe, I hear the ping of metal striking metal.
Senpai! Senpai, hang in there!
Yukun? Yukun stopped the axe with his sword to protect me and Miss President, but the power of the shadow's attack knocks him away. I'm scared, but I can't back down now. Yukun gave his all to protect us, so now it's my turn. The shadow glares at me in disgust as it sees me refusing to move from Miss President.
Why are you protecting her? You've had your turn already. Get out of my way. The only one I have business with is me over there.
The shadow brandishes the giant axe at us once again with pure rage. This shadow's strong, but I can't run away. The moment I was about to summon my persona, the presence behind me moved.
Eliminating shadow.
No way!
Huh? I have absolutely no idea what happened. I hear sounds of machinery wiring, but whirring. It's not from the shadow. It's coming from Miss President.
Target confirmed to be a shadow. 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. Initiating elimination process.
What in the world is Miss President?
Anti-shadow? Labrys?
That was what Miss President said. Miss President is now completely different. Where she had arms and legs before is now metal. Her form was now exactly the same as the shadow, including all the mechanical parts.
All systems are clear. Commencing elimination.
Miss President then swings a giant axe with ease and begins fighting against the shadow. Amazing. That's the only word that comes to mind. She transformed from cowering girl into a robot who is trading blows with the shadow in an instant. And she doesn't even have a persona.
I can't believe this. You completely shut off your ego. So you don't care if you live or die as long as you don't have to face up to what you really are? How ignorant are you?
The shadow growls and then destroys the announcement room door to escape outside. Miss President follows suit.
Miss President!
She doesn't acknowledge my voice in the slightest. I'm left dumbfounded in the room and I try and think about what I just saw. Miss President isn't human? But that can't be.
It seems I came too late. She's an older generation model, yet she's this powerful?
The one that appeared from the broken door was... Wait, what? I can't really explain that easily. The person that appeared was a woman wearing a white fur coat and some kind of skin-tight suit that looks like what soldier-type people wear in all those action movies that guys love. Given her taste in clothes, I have no idea what kind of person she is at all. After she looks us all over, she gracefully raises her hand in the air. And then...
Artemisia!
She summoned a persona? I tense up as a reaction, but while I'm still in shock, the wounds on Yukun's body heal instantaneously. She's not an enemy?
No way. You can use a persona? Actually, I didn't sense you at all. Who are you?
Well, since you've all become unavoidably involved with this, I'll at least tell you who I am. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. In a way, I'm the one responsible for this commotion.
A persona user besides us? Wait, I feel like I've heard the name Kirijo before.
What do you mean you're responsible for this? Do you also know the reasons behind what happened a moment ago?
I'm sorry, but there's only so much I'm at liberty to tell you. Though it's only natural for you to have your doubts, I'll try and answer to the best of my ability.
Mitsuru-san sighs before telling us about the sequence of events leading up to now. Even though it was simplified, what she told us came as a huge shock. She told us that shadows not only appear in the TV world, but that there were cases where shadows appear in the real world. On top of that, there's a never-ending battle. And Mitsuru-san is leading an organization created to fight those battles. And one of the weapons created for those battles was Labrys. That would be Miss President, who was with us until a moment ago. Oh wait! I had a feeling when I heard the name Kirijo before. The Kirijo Group! It's not just a stock brokerage. It's a huge corporation that manufactures a lot of things. And if her last name is Kirijo, then does that mean this giant corporation is... And she's in... Whoa, there are too many possibilities that just open up there. I need to just slow everything down for a moment. After I stop for a second and think about everything again, the most shocking information is that...
I can't believe this. A machine made with a heart so it could use a persona.
Well, we did just see it in action.
I understand that it's hard to believe, but I'm not lying to you. It's the truth. Of course, I didn't expect a shadow to emerge from her like that.
Mitsuru-san continues on after looking us straight in the eye.
You should leave the rest of this to us. It's all right if you back out now.
Her words have an air of authority to them. She seems to be very strong-willed. This person also seems very well aware of the gravity of the situation. Mitsuru-san is right, though ordinary high school students like us probably shouldn't be involved in a case like this. Even though she healed Yukun, I'm still worried about his condition. And I also worry about the other friends I left behind earlier as well. Still,
I understand what you're saying, but I can't leave Miss President like this.
What? Why not?
From what you told us, it seems like she was created only to fight. But I can't claim that this has nothing to do with me. The way she talked was just like a normal girl.
this president was suffering, even if she was a robot created only for fighting. I can't leave her be after seeing her so emotional. She's not just a robot anymore.
And I promised her that once we got to the bottom of this, we'd go out and have fun together. I can't break that promise. If she has a heart, that's all the more reason I can't turn my back on her.
That's right. It doesn't matter if she's a machine. She and I were able to relate to each other. And Miss President protected us. If she's suffering right now, then I want to be by her side and support her. This may seem like nothing more than an emotionally fueled plea coming from an unrelated high school student to Mitsuru-san, but I still don't want to back down.
I'd like to make a request too. Will you take Yukiko with you?
Yukun?
Don't worry about us. You need to save Labrys right now.
That's right, Yukiko-senpai. You gotta do your best in our place.
Yukun, Nisei-chan, thank you. Mitsuru-san looks at us, waiting tensely and furrows her brow, and then speaks up.
If you're still concerned about Labrys, despite knowing the dangers involved, then I won't stop you.
Thank you.
But we can't waste any more time. Let's go.
Coming.
Mitsuru-san takes the lead and exits the announcement room. I sprint after her. Yukun and Risei-chan cheer me on. I feel their cheers boosting my spirits. This is the course I've decided upon myself. I have no doubts anymore. I must accomplish this no matter what.